Hi, and welcome to your first of 4 videos introducing you to the basics of problem-based learning. This first video is starting off right at the very beginning, and we're going to talk about what is PBL, or what is problem-based learning. So, problem-based learning is a pedagogical style which was developed firstly in the medical field to allow medical students to apply their knowledge to clinically specific situations. It essentially is a pedagogical style that is student-centered and allows the student to develop knowledge through solving a complex and very specific problem. It's not only student-centered, but it's also student-led, and we're going to talk in this first video about what the role of the student is, what the role of the instructor is, and what are the main goals, or why we would use problem-based learning in our biomechanics classroom. In order to help us to kind of more clearly conceptualize what a problem might be, or what problem-based learning might be, let's compare problem-based learning to a similar pedagogy, which is project-based learning. So both of these learning styles are student-centered and allow the students to work in groups to come up with a solution. However, the outcomes are quite different. Problem-based learning, the students are directed to study and focus on application of theoretical knowledge to come up with a solution for a problem. Project-based learning, students are encouraged to construct or create something that will be a solution to said problem. Project-based learning and problem-based learning use a similar process, but the outcome of both is quite different. And what we're focusing on in this workshop is going to be problem-based learning, where students are looking to apply specific conceptual knowledge to help solve a problem and come up with a solution for that problem. So let's talk about what the instructor will need to do to create a problem-based learning class or to lead a class using problem-based learning. The first thing an instructor needs to do is to design a problem. And what this workshop is hopefully going to do is to support you in designing a problem for your classroom. The instructor needs to prepare and design a problem that meets the ability of their students. With that problem, they need to design specific questions that are going to allow the students to develop problem-solving skills. And that would be perhaps a key learning outcome, and we'll talk more about that in our next video with Melissa. Throughout the classroom experience, the instructor is not going to act as a teacher, they're going to act as a facilitator. So remembering that this is a student-led learning style or learning pedagogy. Throughout, they are going to encourage constructive group work, and they're going to encourage deep understanding from their students. So they're going to push them beyond a superficial view of the problem and encourage deep exploration of that problem. The students, then, on the other hand, are going to be adequately briefed on the concepts. So they will have some type of experience ahead of time where they will know the basic theory that relates to this question. So that can come in various forms. It can be a flipped classroom scenario where the students may have to watch preparatory videos, just like we're doing here. It might be preparation readings, or it might be a lecture that they've had the previous week. So they come to this situation prepared, they understand the concepts, and the first thing that they would need to do when presented with the problem is to independently evaluate that problem, to talk and discuss in their group and come up with a plan and steps to help solve that problem. They present that plan to their instructor, they get feedback, and they revise and review that plan and start solving the problem. So as an instructor, why would you use problem-based learning? It is excellent at developing problem-solving skills. It allows for the attainment of domain knowledge, so the specific content that might be pertinent to your field and your course. but it also is excellent at developing working schemata. So it allows students to connect the pieces where they may not have previously understood how different pieces of a biomechanics curriculum connected together or how they connected to the real world. And by using problem-based learning, it really helps students connect the pieces and understand biomechanics as a cohesive unit of multiple parts and how it helps solve practical problems. It's also very motivating for students when they feel like they're actually solving a real problem, and integrating real life athletes or real life patients into these problems is an excellent way to motivate student learning. And another final really important goal and outcome of students engaging in problem-based learning is the improvement in their teamwork skills, communication, and professionalism. Working in teams is a core part of any sports science graduate, biomedical engineering graduate, or any student who studies biomechanics, pre-allied health as well, and is a key aspect that is really strongly developed with this pedagogical style. So that's what is problem-based learning. You're going to go on to your next video to learn about the implementation of problem-based learning, then the challenges of problem-based learning, and you finish up with some examples before moving on to your directed activities.